Welcome back to the Couch Potato Show. We're back for episode 9. I'm joined again this week by Frank Pederini and Eric Bender. How are we doing this week, boys?
Fantastic.
Great.
Good. So last week we made a bunch of picks for the baseball season. And we're not going to go through all of them, but the UFC fights from UFC 251 that went on, we all picked Usman, so we all got a point there. Frank and Eric both had Volkanovski winning, so they got a point there. And then Frank was the lone one picking Peter Yan, so he gained a point there. So Frank picks up 3 points on the weekend. Nobody got the Quaker State 400 race right because Cole Custer won, which is total surprise to everybody.
Yeah.
Way out of left field. Crazy finish, though.
What a finish. I was just about to say.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
Best finish of the year. Not even close.
Terrible race. Last 2 laps, one of the best 2 laps you'll ever see.
Yeah. The entire rest of the race is kind of boring, but the last 2 laps were incredible.
Yeah. So standings are now Frank has 19, Eric has 13, and I am at 7. So it's getting rough here.
It's kind of rough for Ty.
Long way to go, though. Long way to go.
Plenty of time.
So before we make picks for this week, I just want to preface this by saying we have 2 NASCAR events scheduled for this week. One for tomorrow night is the All-Star race. And then one on Sunday is the O'Reilly Auto Parts 500 at Texas. I'm not picking Kyle Busch for either race. Just putting that out there.
Sounds good to me, man.
Just putting that out there. Me and Kyle are done.
You broke up with Kyle?
Me and Kyle are done.
Oh,
News.
that's so heartbreaking.
Listen, when you start pole position at Kentucky, and by the 3rd lap, or no, not the 3rd lap, but by like the 10th lap, seemingly the 3rd lap, you no longer have the lead, and then you keep dropping back to like 4th place, 10th place, 14th place.
And he finished in like 20th or something.
He finished 21st.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're done.
Pain, though.
We're done.
First Brad and Angelina, now this. This is heartbreaking. Oh my God.
We may,
What a shame.
if he puts up some good showings, maybe not a win, but some good showings here and there, a couple seconds.
Top 10 finishes, maybe.
He's been in the top 10 the whole season. So
I don't know.
he's got to really show me that he can race before I got to pick him again. But with that being said, we're gonna pick the All-Star race tomorrow night, and I'm gonna start it off because I am in last place in points.
Dead last.
And that's how this works. I'm going to pick Brad Keselowski just because racing at Bristol this year, unlike past years where they raced at Charlotte, Brad Keselowski won the race May 31st this year at Bristol, regular season race. So I know he runs good at Bristol. Didn't show me a reason why I shouldn't pick him at that race, so I'll go with Brad Keselowski. Eric, what do you got?
Truthfully speaking, I was between Kozlowski and this individual, but you just made it pretty easy for me. I'm going with the extremely safe, my guy, who I'm yet to break up with, Kevin Harvick. He's given Frank a couple W's, so I'm a little bitter about that, but it's okay. It's nothing he can't make up to me this week.
And Frank, who are you taking in the All-Star race?
Well, since you lost faith in your man, I'm going to see if I can redeem him because I've been the NASCAR whisperer so far this year. So I'm going to see if I can breathe some life back into Kyle Busch. He's got 3 past wins at Bristol, 5 top 5 finishes. If the man can race, this is the racetrack to show it at. If he doesn't win here, I have no hope for him anymore, so I won't pick him anymore.
I'm pretty sure that I've shown you there's no hope for him.
Listen, if this is the racetrack, if there's any racetrack to pick that he'd win at, it's going to be this one. Historically, he's been really good at this racetrack. So
Or
if he doesn't win this race,
historically, he's been good at pretty much every single racetrack.
this is the one for me. So if he doesn't win this race tomorrow, then I won't pick him ever again. But I just want to see the look on your face if I pick him and he wins tomorrow. I could not win another race, and I'd be satisfied.
Kevin Harvick is starting 5th. Brad Keselowski is starting 9th, and Kyle Busch is starting 10th. It's going to be a good one. We don't even know the whole field because
did Bubba win the fan vote yet?
Well, there's the All-Star Open, which is like I think it's 100 laps, 3 stages, and the guys that win each stage. So if you win stage 1, then you qualify for the All-Star race later that
it's like a qualifying race? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they start 18, 19, 20 or 17, 18, 19, 20, and then the fan vote is 20th.
They start 17, 18, 19, and then the fan vote, which is going to be Bubba Wallace.
Yeah.
Is going to start 20th.
Cool.
All right. So next up, we've got the UFC fight between Qatar and Ige. I guess it's pronounced.
We got the other race to do.
We're getting there, Frank. We're getting there.
We're going over it? Okay.
We're going in chronological order. This is UFC Wednesday night.
We're bouncing around.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
We're not bouncing around.
No. Well, bouncing around sports, Tyler Maines.
Yeah, we're going.
Is the UFC tomorrow or is it Saturday?
It's tomorrow.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I assumed it was Saturday. So sorry, go ahead.
Just goes.
He's behind in points. Let him be, Frank. He's very upset.
He's very agitated. He's very irritated. I can see him on his face.
Yeah.
It's not a good time. All right, Frank, who you got for Qatar and Ige?
I'm going to take Qatar. He's got a major height advantage, a little bit of a reach advantage. He's 21-4. Seems like a safe pick. He's the odds-on favorite. I'll take Qatar.
Eric?
I don't know who the hell Qatar is, but I'm going with Calvin Cater.
Cater, sorry, I can't.
Oh,
I can't pronounce
Cater.
Sorry, my bad.
Although I must say, Cater is the odds-on favorite to Frank's point, but Ige at a plus 265. Maybe this is just the betting addict in me speaking, but that's not a bad bet.
Gambling addict.
He's good on the feet, decent on the ground, knocked off Edson Barbosa, who's you could argue is more effective on the feet than Cater. But for me, I do see this coming down to Ige wanting to score a takedown or two when he gets rocked and him not being able to do that because Cater has, I believe, a 77% takedown defense. So
Perfect.
I agree with Frank.
Right on the money, 77.
Oh, yeah. You got to love it. I'm going with Cater over Ige.
I'm going to go with Cater, too, just because he does have the size advantage and the reach advantage, like Frank said.
Major size advantage.
Yeah. And that's size advantage has always worked out well for me. So we're gonna go with Cater over Ige. All right. So next we got Figueiredo versus Benavidez.
Lots of vowels.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Fig. I'm not gonna say his full name because as you just saw, I can't pronounce any names. So I'm gonna go with Fig.
All right, Eric. What about you?
Fig is the odds-on favorite, but I'm taking Joseph Benavidez. The first time they fought, it's worth noting that Benavidez was ahead of the scorecards before Figueiredo knocked him out. And the only reason he did knock him out in that fight was because of an accidental headbutt that really left Benavidez looking dazed and confused. So I believe that we're going to go the full 5 rounds here, and Benavidez, who, and for my money, is a top 5 flyweight in UFC history, I think he will finally get that belt and cement his legacy as one of the best in the smaller weight classes of all time. Give me Joseph Benavidez.
I'm going with Figgy.
Solid.
No real reason.
Like his name.
I'm a name guy when it comes to you.
Yeah, you guys are betting on the favorite. It's a good move.
Hey, that's what I did. That's what I did for the other fights, and I went 3-0.
Yeah, it works out.
I'm just doing what Frank does at this point.
Just try not to lose ground at this point. Don't make anything up. Just don't lose anymore.
Especially not in UFC.
Yeah, NASCAR you can take a risk maybe.
All right. Now we're gonna go to Sunday's race. at Texas Motor Speedway, the O'Reilly Auto Parts 500. I guess I have to go first again. And I'm going to take Kevin Harvick. It's all reliable. He's won 4 or 5, I've lost count, races this year. Yeah,
I'm really sad.
Can't go wrong with Kevin Harvick.
The breakup, man, it's just depressing. It's like Twilight stuff. It's really sad.
Listen, it had to happen eventually. I mean, if this was last year and we were making these same picks for these same races and we were going through this last year, I would have like 40 points right now.
It's true. Bush won the vast majority of races last year. It's kind of stupid.
So
it's kind of ridiculous.
Just a little champion slump, I guess. Eric, who are you going with at Texas?
I don't know. I just think it would be too funny if Kyle Busch could run the gauntlet this week and give Frank 3 points and me 3 points. So I got to go Kyle Busch. I got to.
You motherfuckers.
We're not even about winning the points anymore. We're just trying to screw with Tyler.
Yeah, exactly.
Frank, who you got?
I'm going to take a guy that we've been sleeping on a lot. I'm going to take Chase Elliott. He's not the best racer at Texas historically, but I feel like he's too good of a racer for us not to pick him for so long because we haven't picked him in a while.
He hasn't been showing up recently.
I know, but the way I look at it, man, he's such a good racer, and I have such a decent lead that I could just like try and go for one of the sleeper ones. So I'm
Cole
just
Custer?
Not going Cole Custer because that'll never happen again. Sorry, Cole. If you're ever watching this, I don't think it's ever gonna happen again. So I'm gonna go Chase Elliott.
That's just rough.
Yeah, I mean, I might go 0 for 2 in races this week, but that's all right.
I just need points back because this is getting embarrassing at this point.
Yeah. I just hope Kyle Busch sweeps this weekend because that would be entertaining.
That would be sweet.
That would be so bad.
we might not see Tyler for a while if that happens.
Oh my god. I would be beyond upset if that it'd be awful. All right, let's move on to NBA. We're making NBA picks like we did last week. We made picks for the postseason awards for baseball. This week we're doing NBA. So I think it's a consensus pick between everybody. I think everyone agrees. I hope everyone agrees that the NBA MVP is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's no lebron if he'll win; it's when he'll win it. He's going to, unless I don't even know. But
unless LeBron averages 60 points in the bubble or something.
Yeah, that'd be it. So we're not going to be making picks for MVP, but we will everything else. So let's start with Defensive Player of the Year. Frank, who you got for Defensive Player of the Year?
I'm going to take Giannis. Safe pick again. He's got to steal a game, block a game, leads in defensive win shares, first in defensive plus minus. He holds opponents to about 40% shooting. He's just a monster. And the thing about defense is that you can't really quantify it with stats usually, but when I watch the game, it's just like Giannis dominates in every facet of the game. So I'm just going to take Giannis.
Yeah, I'm going with Giannis too. I think just adds to his most valuable player argument.
Yeah.
He's improved so much because last year's MVP was mostly scoring. It wasn't as much defense.
It was mostly offensive. So it was either him or Harden.
A monster on offense. This year he's improved so much. Especially when you watch the games back when the Bucks played the Lakers earlier in the year. Giannis guarding LeBron. Giannis locked him down like Kawhi Leonard. So he's improved a lot. So I think he'll win Defensive Player of the Year. Eric, who you got?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be a clean sweep. I, too, think it's going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. To me, it just seems...
What's his name?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's Kumbo.
Oh, it's the Goomba. My name's Listen. I'm going with Giannis. It's gonna be the three of us. We're all picking Giannis. Okay. Why don't you go back to Catter, Frank? Calder, fucking whatever the hell his name is. Go to him. See what he says. Okay. go pick him. You know what? I'm gonna make the argument. I don't think Frank deserves the point if Cater wins that fight. He doesn't know this motherfucker's name, Tyler. I'm done.
This is desperate if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, nonsense.
You're just writing desperate on your forehead at this point.
No, it's tap out, Frank. Tap out. I know you can't read. It's tap out.
I know I can't pronounce things very well.
All right, let's go to Coach of the Year. Eric, who you got for Coach of the Year?
This is going to be a hard one to butcher pronunciation-wise. I'm taking Nick Nurse. Frank?
Perfect.
All right, look at that. Kawhi left. Raptors, I believe, are still the 2 in the East.
3.
3? All right. Well,
Celtics
either way,
Raptors
he's done a great job in Toronto this season. For me, it's definitely Nick Nurse, Coach of the Year.
I am going with man out of the 305, Eric Spoelstra, Coach Spo. And listen. The Heat have a very good chance at running the table this year. Heat are a very underrated team with a lot of young players. I'm not saying they need to win the NBA Finals, but I think if they make the Finals or even at the very least, go to a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think that's an argument enough for Spoelstra to win Coach of the Year. Frank?
I'm going to take Nick Nurse here. I'm going to go with Eric. And the reason I was debating between Spoelstra, like you said, but the thing for me is between Spoelstra and Nurse is that Spoelstra gained a star while Nurse lost a top 5 player in the NBA. So for me, the fact that he had the same roster basically without a top 5 player in the NBA and he's still playing at a very high level with Pascal Siakam obviously being better than he was last year, but that basically the only all-star they had besides maybe Kyle Lowry, but still being a 3 seed for me solidifies him as Coach of the Year. So I'm going to go with Eric.
I would argue that Pascal Siakam is a better player than Jimmy Butler.
That's all I'm saying.
No, I know, but you're saying that Eric Spoelstra gained a player.
He gained a player, yeah.
So he doesn't have to. So his coaching job would be easier because he gained a star player like that. I don't think.
I wouldn't say easier. I would just say less. Let's say less overcame. I guess I don't want to say easier because that's not true.
Ooh! Breaking news: the Braves just signed Yasiel Puig.
Whoa!
Yes. Thank God that man has a job. He's so fun to watch. God. Might have some homers too, hopefully. That way my Braves can win the East, like I said.
The Jimmy Butler is also not wearing anything on his jersey when they restart.
I mean, clearly that means Spoelstra's Coach of the Year.
Breaking news. No, that was from 2 minutes ago. So.
Oh, okay.
No, but I'm saying Spoelstra's job has been harder this year because he's had to deal with so many more young players and he's had to coach them up. Bam Adebayo this year and Bam Adebayo last year, 2 totally different players. Kendrick Nunn coming from undrafted free agent to 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting. Insane.
I know, but for me, when you lose a player like Kawhi that literally carried them to the finals and won it because of Kawhi Leonard, and you lose him, and you're still competing for a finals, I don't see it I don't see how Spoelstra beats that out.
Okay.
Because they could win the finals.
I think the Heat going farther than the Raptors.
It depends. I don't know. I mean, right. If you were to tell me pick one right now, I'd say Nick Nurse, but.
I think Nick Nurse is the favorite right now. Yeah.
We'll see what happens in the playoffs, like you just said.
Yeah, I think the Heat are going to make a run for it. In which case, Spoelstra would get.
If they make a run, then Spoelstra will win.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I think we're all on the same page if the Heat make it further. then yes, he will win it.
If
But
the
I
Heat go to
don't
the
think that's not going to happen.
if the Heat go to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's Spoelstra.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Okay.
That's how it is. If they make it that far, it'll be Spoelstra. If they don't, then it'll be Nick Nurse.
Yeah. All right, let's go to most improved. And I'll start off. I'm going again to the Miami Heat, and I think this is even more of a lock than Spoelstra for Coach of the Year. I think Bam Adebayo is running away with most improved player. I don't think it's close. He's gone from barely a starter to an all-star in one offseason. So easy pick for me, Bam Adebayo. Eric?
I think it's easy as well. I'm going with Bam myself. He's basically scoring twice as much this season. He has more blocks. He has more rebounds. He has more assists. He has more steals. I think this one's a runaway. I'm agreeing with Mainsy here.
What's his last name?
Adebayo.
Okay, good.
Attaboy.
Fuck yeah. Nailed it.
Frank, who you going with?
Yeah, clean sweep, man. It's really not hard.
Fuck
It's
you.
it's not hard, man. Listen, he went from I have it right in front of me. He went from around 9 last year to over 16 in points, more than half a block increase, 3 assists more than last year, 3 more rebounds from last year. Now he's averaging a double-double this year. It's really not close. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Bam.
All right. Well, let's go to sixth man. Frank, who you got for sixth man of the year?
I'm gonna take Schroeder of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Ooh, okay.
Averaging 19 off the bench, averaging about 3 rebounds, shooting efficiently about 44%, leading them to a playoff spot. Him and Chris Paul, obviously, but he's also been a big part of that. So I'm gonna take Schroeder.
Eric.
Looks like we're in lockstep today, basically, because I'm taking Schroeder as well, averaging 19 points a game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Really, he's a well-balanced guy off the bench. I think Schroeder's got this.
I'm gonna go with my pick to win the NBA Finals with the Clippers. I'm gonna go with their sixth man, Montrezl Harrell. I think the fact that the Clippers have made it this far with, they made it this far because they have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. It makes it pretty easy. But when they're off the floor and they have to keep that lead, I think Trezl has been there for him, and he's been the star for that bench right there. So
For me though, I was gonna pick Trezl too, but for me, I think he'll have too many votes taken away from him on the part of Lou Williams because they're on the same team, and you really don't know who the sixth man is because they kind of interchange the sixth man all the time. So I didn't pick Trezl because Lou Williams is the greatest sixth man of all time. Besides maybe Jamal Crawford, I'll give you an argument.
Jay crossover.
I'll give you an argument for Jamal Crawford, but for me, it's Lou Williams. So I think he would lose votes to Lou Williams, and that's why I went with Schroeder instead. I think it'll be a close race because there are obviously 3 outstanding bench players. But
Yeah. All right, let's go to Rookie of the Year. I don't have any doubt in my mind if that this is going to be a clean sweep. Let's just go around. Frank, you have Ja, yes.
no, I'm gonna take Zion. No, I'm just kidding. I have Ja.
Eric, Ja.
Ja.
All right, I'm taking Ja.
Nice. I see what you did there.
That was easy.
Thanks.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how 2K put Zion on the cover, and he's played 19.
Yeah, I think it's bull. He didn't even play 20 games.
Played 19 games.
Yeah, so it's just frustrating because Ja led them to a playoff spot. So, well, as of right now, they're sitting on a playoff spot right now before the season starts. So I don't know why they put Zion on the cover. I think he's just the flashier player, honestly, because dunking.
He's the
and all
money
that stuff.
maker. He's the money maker.
Yeah, so they went the money route, but I think whoever deserved. I think if they went by who deserved it, it would have been Ja. But,
I saw something. It was like LeBron James played like 900 games before he made his first. He got his first.
Yeah, he played for like 10 years before he hit the cover. It was like 2K14, I want to say.
Yeah, something around that. Now Zion's played 19.
Stupid.
Ja will end up there eventually. I just think they're striking while the iron's hot with Zion. He's still this massive figure right now, even if he did play that few of games. But I think due to Ja's performance, they can see, okay, we're going to get a chance to fill this guy in at some point. Not saying that Zion's, well, I don't know, it's kind of risky, but I just think Ja's been so impressive this year. He'll definitely be on there eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. He could be on the next gen cover next year. You never really know.
Yeah.
There's no outstanding rookies from this year, but there probably will be, honestly. The draft class for this year is pretty good. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good thing that 2K doesn't do the thing that Madden does. Madden, once you're on the cover, you won't get back on the cover. 2K, I think Kobe's been on the cover 3 times.
Yeah, he's been on a few times.
He's on the Legend edition this year. He might have been on 2K13 or something, and 2K5.
I think it was 12, but yeah whatever.
But yeah, the video games this year are trash. Just because coronavirus, no one the game developers haven't been able to develop anything.
Yeah, I was never much of a video game guy anyway.
Well, I know Madden's supposed to come out in a month or two, and the people
they're coming out the new UFC game too.
Yeah, and but I've heard the people that have gotten Madden from the developers to try out the game, they're saying it's the same exact game.
Not surprising. There's only so many things you can change.
2K, I hear, is going to be the same exact, pretty much very close to the same exact thing.
Yeah, they just change the graphics every year.
Yeah, UFC, the graphics are a bit better and the roster's updated, but other than that, same exact game. I just got NASCAR Heat. It's the exact same game from NASCAR Heat 4. So, not a good year to buy video games, to say that.
No. Since we have the time, who do you guys think is taking home the 8th seed in the West? Because the East is done. The East is because there's no Bradley Beal. So
I think the Grizzlies will. I think they'll hang on to it.
You think they're gonna hang?
Yeah, I think they're gonna hang on to it.
Better, you agree?
Yeah, I line up with Tyler. As much as I'd like to be argumentative here, I think Grizzlies will retain that 8th seed.
Wrong answers, man.
Are the Mavericks in it right now?
Yeah, the Mavericks are in it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pick the Mavericks though. I'm gonna take Portland.
Oh, yeah, Portland. You told us this before.
Portland, and I updated I looked up the rules because I didn't remember the play-in rules. It's 4 games, so they just have to keep pace because they're at 3.5 right now. So they just have to keep pace for 8 games, or whatever it is. So. And you never know, man. Play Lakers in the first round. No Rondo. Dame might dominate. I don't know.
Lakers are in trouble.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why my Portland's pick's looking good right now.
But then again, the Lakers are stronger than ever because now with Rondo out and Avery Bradley out, Alex Caruso is your starting point guard.
So basically, they're going 24-0.
So basically,
8 games into the playoffs.
Basically, that's your lock for the champion right there.
That's your lock for MVP right there because Caruso can make a run at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I changed my pick. I'm not picking Giannis. I'll pick Caruso.
If there's anybody that can make a run at MVP, it's Alex Caruso. Without a doubt.
Man's a god. But yeah, so I think Portland's got a better shot at it now, better than they did yesterday. So watch out.
Yeah.
And ever since everyone and their mother's testing positive for coronavirus now. Westbrook is out. I forget the other ones. A couple other ones.
He's not out. He's not out.
He's positive for it.
Positive. He's not out.
I forget who. There's a couple other players that I'm literally just slipping my mind completely. But hopefully that doesn't mean an outbreak is coming. But I probably won't.
They just revealed the lineup for the Open for the
for the All-Star Open? Okay.
Yeah, the All-Star Open. You're not gonna know many of these names. Michael McDowell starting first, and then Eric Almirola, Christopher
Yeah, they
Bell,
got him. You
Well,
guys
yeah.
well last time.
but Michael McDowell, Ricky Stenhouse, Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace 6, William Byron, Chris Buescher, Clint Boyer, Matt DiBenedetto, and then so on.
That's not a bad field. That's pretty good.
And then there's 12 others that I'm too lazy to name.
Yeah. I mean, considering Almirola led the vast majority of the race last week, or whenever it was Sunday.
Yeah, Almirola, he'll definitely win a stage. He's got to be in the All-Star race. He's been racing really well lately.
I think Stenhouse can win a stage, maybe. I don't know.
I think these are my predictions, and these aren't official predictions, but these are what I think is going to happen. I think Eric Almirola. I think he'll win a stage, and then I'm going to say either Tyler Reddick or Matt DiBenedetto. They'll win a stage, either one, and then I think Stenhouse will win a stage.
I think Stenhouse will win a stage too.
Yeah, because Stenhouse has got that fuck it attitude where he'll just full send everything.
Yeah.
He won Talladega a couple years ago because he just fucking went ape shit on everybody and just started wrecking everybody. It was absolutely fantastic. He won the race.
Nice.
Here's my question. If Bubba wins a stage, do we know who's second in terms of fan voting?
It's a good question. He's not winning a stage, but that's a good question.
I don't
Never know, man.
But, yeah.
NASCAR. I'm gonna look it up. NASCAR fan vote.
I don't know who would be second. I have no clue. I don't know who the fans
It might
are.
be Ricky Stenhouse. I'm just looking at who it could. Eric Almirola, maybe. If fans are voting for,
What I want to do they release numbers for it? Because I want to see how big this disparity is between Bubba and the second place guy.
There's no
There's no numbers for it, like the MLB All-Star voting.
No.
Okay.
I'm just going off of
I mean, yeah, I guess Almirola would win it then. Benedetto could win it too.
I think it'll be Stenhouse, Almirola, Benedetto, those guys. Maybe Tyler Reddick, Austin Dillon, maybe.
I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully Kyle Busch wins this weekend, so that'd be funny.
That'd be awful. I have to pee so bad.
Thanks for sharing, Tyler.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, it seems like we're trying to wrap it up.
Honestly,
I'm just looking at I'm just trying to find the fan vote thing real quick.
Believe this kid Bender.
Compelling podcasting here. This is good.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
This is why we only have 9 subscribers. Shout out to you guys.
I believe number 2 is Clint Boyer right now.
There you go.
I believe it's.
Oh, I wouldn't have said him. That's good.
This is what I believe it is. I believe it's Bubba Wallace, Clint Boyer, Matt DiBenedetto, William Byron, Corey LaJoie, Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell, Timmy Hill, Eric Almirola, Austin Dillon.
Eric Almirola, man. You got to be more charismatic. People don't like you, I guess.
9th.
Good detective work, Tyler. A lot of people don't know this, but actually, Maine's is actually a criminal justice major. It was fantastic.
Yeah. I believe it.
Yeah.
I got that off the dark web.
Oh boy.
All right, that'll wrap it up for this week.
Bye.
Go watch the interview we did with MLB Tonight host Greg Amsinger. That's on YouTube. Yeah, that's about it for me. Anything you guys gotta say?
No, I got nothing, man.
Nothing.
I'm good.
Leave it at that.
It's a great outro.
Leave it at that then. Adios.